Alright, so let's talk about yesterday, which was my day one. Oh, and for those of you that have keen eyes, you may notice there might be a little jump there. I didn't realize that my camera actually has a time limit and will stop recording. I'm going to do better. First video, remember that, people. I will edit it, and it won't be so, hopefully. Anyways, let's talk about my first day. So, yesterday was my first day. It was also the first day that I quit smoking. And it was surprisingly not as difficult as I expected. For those of you that are looking at quitting smoking, as well as losing some weight, I will tell you it is going to be one of the hardest things that you will ever do, because nicotine is a very addictive drug. I will say that I don't know what's different. I've tried quitting multiple times throughout my life. Good Lord, and you always see those people, oh, but how much of a smoker were you? Yeah, okay. When I was deployed, I smoked 3 packs a day. I never not had a cigarette. When I got back, I smoked a pack and a half. I eventually got down to a pack, and that's about where I've been for the last 5 years. So I'm a smoker. There's no arguing that. Needless to say, this is probably about the 100th time that I've tried to quit smoking. I really don't know what I'm doing differently, but I don't know, I'm just kind of done with it. I'm ready to quit, so it's not as difficult. I will say, using the badge, I point because it's back here. Anyways, it definitely keeps me from wanting to strangle everybody that I meet, so it wasn't too bad. As far as the weight loss, let's go back to that. Let's talk about some of the food that I ate. Like I said, Cliff Bar, nuts, blah, 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 blah. Cliff Bars, actually pretty cheap. You can get them generally at a lot of local grocery stores for, 5 for 5. So they're not terrible tasting. I actually highly enjoy the taste. They don't get chalky in your mouth like some can. They have a lot of great options. My favorite is the white chocolate macadamia nut. It sits at 260 calories. So it's a lighter breakfast. I normally try to have something else with it. Like I actually ate the cashews. I called it a snack, but I ate them with my breakfast. Oh, and another thing, all these things that I'm telling you, I'm eating servings. I measure out like crazy. It's really, really important. Like, you can sit and eat a sandwich from Subway, but if you eat a foot-long meatball sub and get the Doritos, it ain't going to do crap for you. I had the sweet onion chicken sandwich. But anyways, I digress. So anyways, pause. Let that cut. Oh God. So I had the Clif Bar and the cashew nuts for breakfast. Like I just said, I did have a bag of baked potato, barbecue baked chips along with my sandwich, and I had a Coke Zero. Now, you're going to hear a lot of different things about your diet sodas. Yeah, it's got aspartame in it. Yeah, this stuff really isn't that good for you. There have been studies that have been linked with Diet Coke and obesity. What they say works is you drink the soda, it tricks your mind into thinking you've gotten the sugars in from it, and when it goes to process it, it doesn't have the sugars. It realizes, hey, I'm out of sugar, and so it sends signals out saying, hey, give me more sugar, so it makes you want to eat more. Now, yeah, there's studies, there's empirical evidence behind that. If you don't drink diet soda, that's fine. If you do drink diet soda, that's fine. Just watch yourself. Don't sit there and drink a diet soda and then turn around and eat a donut. Or, whatever. If you do drink regular soda, I'll tell you now, give it up. At least in copious amounts. Currently, I am drinking some regular soda. I limit myself to 8 fluid ounces of a certain citrus drink. I don't know how much I can say on these things. But anyways, I regulate myself to 8 fluid ounces, which is at 130 calories. I'm aware that it's empty calories. I'm aware that I'm giving up 130 calories every day to have this certain drink. But you know what? I really like this certain drink. So, that's another thing about weight loss is just because you're trying to lose weight doesn't mean you have to give up every little thing. In my personal opinion, the key to weight loss, all reality, if you want a life lesson here, to everything, is moderation. Don't sit and eat, if you want a piece of pizza, fine, but understand how much calories of your day that's going to take up. And realize that that's going to severely hurt you. For example, I'm going to skip forward a little bit on you and I'll go back. Today for dinner I had bow tie pasta and Alfredo sauce. Holy crap, I think when I got done it was like a 600 calorie dinner. Very, very high in calorie. But I knew what I was going to have for dinner, so I purposely lowered out things. I gave up a lot of calories up in my lunch. I don't like to sacrifice calories for breakfast because, like I said, you need that energy throughout the day. But I did sacrifice calories for dinner and move them to have them for dinner. I'm sorry, sacrifice for lunch and then move them to dinner. We'll get to that in a minute. So to go on with yesterday, I did, had orange and cashew nuts for a snack, and then for dinner I had a veggie burger and, a side of corn. Now, a lot of people will be hearing veggie burger and go, I promise you they're actually not that bad. I can't remember the name of Morningstar, I think, is the name of the brand that I eat. Freaking delicious. I generally actually don't get the grillers, which are the soy burgers that are supposed to taste like real burger. Because I'm sorry, screw you guys. The fake crap never tastes as good as the real crap. Like turkey bacon. People tell me all the time, oh, it tastes like regular bacon. My ass. Alright? It tastes like turkey bacon. That tastes like big bacon. So I'm not even a big fan of the, ooh, it tastes like this stuff. So, like, I get like the mushroom lovers and the garden variety one. And they're actually pretty tasty. I mean, sure they get called burgers and they're in patty form, but if you just ignore the fact that it's not actually meat and just enjoy how it tastes, I promise it actually tastes pretty darn good. So moving on. As far as exercise goes, yesterday I did start my exercise regimen. I did 80 minutes of cardio activity. For those of you that hate exercising with a passion, join the club. I absolutely hate exercising. I hate running with a passion. Oh my god. Lifting up the remote to go like this, honestly, I break out in a sweat. It's disgusting. But anyways, I don't like exercise. What I do like, on the other hand, is being outdoors. So I found a compromise. I go hiking. We have a local nature center, actually right down the road from where I live. Beautiful location. I generally load up a backpack with like a towel and a couple bottles of water. Now the towel's in there for multiple reasons. One, I sweat. Two, it's rained on me a couple of times. And three, it kind of fluffs out the bag so it's not just like weight. It just helps. And then I load up a couple of water bottles, partially for weight and partially so I can drink them. And then I start out my trek. Yesterday I did 2.21 miles. I did a couple of sprints because I know cardio's good, but then it started to hurt and I said fuck that. Needless to say, I think in total I ended up taking in 80 minutes like something 70,000 steps. My fiance, who's also working on this with me, has one of those little pedometer things on her wrist, and we average it out as like 7,000. I said 70, didn't I? 7,000 steps in 80 minutes, which is pretty darn good. I think I ended up burning like 800 some odd calories in one go. So you can definitely get that exercise without doing exercise. You don't need to go to the gym. You don't need to kill yourself just to lose weight. If you like hiking or you like being outdoors like me, trust me, try hiking. It's actually a lot of fun. You can just, throw on a pack, or you don't even need a pack. Just throw on some shorts, t-shirt, and some gym shoes and walk. If you're a nerd, like I am, I don't know if anybody can see the Skyrim poster. Nerd. Pretend you're on an adventure. If you need to, get a walking stick. It'll help. Anyways, there's multiple ways that you can get your exercise. You don't have to get on a treadmill. And yes, I know you see the elliptical right there. My fiance got that for her Christmas. I hope you can't see the clothes. They're actually all clean. I'm just lazy. But anyways, I hate that thing with a passion. I never get on it. So, moving on. Today, weighed myself this morning at 241 for, and if you want to know, I keep looking down because, haha. Now you don't have to write it down like I do. I just do that because I'm anal. I have an app called MyFitnessPal. It tracks your calories. You can actually scan barcodes, which makes life a lot easier. You don't have to sit there and type in how many calories or type in the product and search it even. You just be like, hey, I'm going to eat this. Scan. Hey, look. Click. Boom. Done. It makes calorie counting really easy. I just like writing this down because, honestly, I just wanted to record every little thing. Because, like I said, I have a lot of weight to lose in a very short amount of time. So for breakfast, I had your basic bowl of Cheerios, and I added in some fresh bananas and fresh strawberries into it. For a snack, I had what's called Ancient Grain Chips. They're made by a company called Boulder Canyon. They're all natural. They don't use anything in them. They're like really like vegetarian friendly and all this stuff. Like you look at the ingredients and it's not like, oh, corn, wheat, some chemical. Hey, it did it again. I'm really gonna have to see, my webcam just has bad. Anyways, talking about the chips. Basically, when you read it, you don't read a whole bunch of chemical compounds or anything like that. You just see wheats and grains, and you see the names, and you can pronounce them, and you can look them up and see the plant that it is. So they're really, really awesome. And I had some salsa. And in all actuality, if you get some really good tortilla chips, like something like Read It, watch out for the sodium. Try to find low sodium stuff. Sodium makes you bloat and feel like crap, and it's all right for you, but you shouldn't have a lot of it. Anyways, salsa's really low in calorie. It's a great little snack, especially if you like spicy food. For lunch, now here's how I sacrificed calories. I did not like, ooh, here's my lunch. No, I didn't do that. My lunch was, sorry, list here, zucchini, tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, and a bell pepper. Now, when I say this, it was a full zucchini, a full tomato, 4 mushrooms, a full bell pepper, and a slice of onion because I didn't want that much onion in it. Anyways, so it's a lot of vegetables. But here's the great thing about it is I'm getting lots of vitamins, I'm getting lots of minerals from these things, and I'm getting almost no calories. I'm pretty sure that my whole lunch came to like 300 some odd calories, and the only reason it went up is because I added some balsamic dressing to them, just to make, add some flavor to it. Oh, and that's another thing, if you're going to eat salads and whatnot, that's fine, but if you load that sucker down with cheese and ranch, and, any ranch mayonnaise based dressing, well, you just fucked over, and you might as well eat a cheeseburger. The calories really aren't that much better sometimes. So stick with balsamic, like vinegar based. That's only like vinaigrettes. You can get like low fat honey mustards, and low fat what is mayonnaise based, and they're really not that much. They're really not that bad as far as calories go. They're pretty similar to like your full flavor Italian dressing. But if you really want to lose some weight, go for your low-fat vinaigrettes. Like low-fat Italian, I think is something like 10 calories per tablespoon. That's another thing you'll learn when you're doing this, especially measuring out, like how much a tablespoon is. I put a tablespoon of dressing on here, I'm like, oh wow, that actually like gave me enough to put some on every one once I stirred it up. Well, anyways, so I boiled all these vegetables together. You can put them in a pan with a little bit of olive oil. And when it comes to oils, pretty much they're all about the same calorie. Just, again, moderation. Don't go glug, 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 glug. Half a bottle of oil to make my vegetables. No, that's pointless. Capful, measure it out, tablespoon, whatever. Normally, you cook them up in a pan. I was short on time, so I decided to boil them. Now, boiling them, there's some ups and some downs. Upside is you get to have food quicker. It doesn't take as long. Pretty much once the water gets boiling, all your vegetables are going to be soft, and that's how you want them when you're cooking them. Is you're cooking them because you want them warm and soft. If you want them hard, eat them cold. Anyways, the downside is you do lose a little bit of flavor. It kind of gets boiled out, especially when you're doing things like bell peppers and onions. It helps pull out some of the flavor, but that's the problem. Goes straight to the water. Anyways, then for a snack, I did have a banana, and I was at a thing that I go volunteer at tonight, and I had a Butterfinger egg. I know, bad boy, bad boy. But like I said, everything's in moderation. One Butterfinger egg is not going to kill me. I think it was 70 calories. That being said, as long as you don't eat 10 of them, you're okay. And then, like I said, for dinner, I had 2 full servings of bow tie pasta and an Alfredo sauce. Now again, yeah, that's not the healthiest thing for you. Pasta isn't bad as long as it's done in moderation. Again, moderation. So that's been my past 2 days. I haven't done my exercising yet today. I am going to be doing it. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to be on the dreaded torture machine. But it's going to get done. I really think that I can do this. If you have any questions about where I get ideas, anything, you're more than welcome to ask. If you want to know where I got my motivations or anything. Of course, I'm being presumptuous and assuming people will watch this, so we'll see. Thanks for watching.